Right, welcome to class today. I am very excited you're here. We're going to start seated. I have brought myself a little bit of a cushion to sit on. It's just a little thin folded blanket. And that just helps me feel nice and settled on my mat. We're going to sit nice and tall, stretch the crown of your head toward the sky, relax your shoulders. Let's close our eyes and take some deep breaths. Those deep breaths flowing in and out. And breathing in completely. And letting that breath go in a long exhale. I want us to breathe together for the next few minutes so that we are creating a really good foundation for our practice. Bring your hands to press together at heart center. Gently pressing your palms together, creating a little bit of warmth. As we press our palms together, let's think one affirmation for ourselves, especially if we're feeling a little gloomy today or a little bit of doubt of our wonderful strengths and abilities. So just hold in your thought one self-affirmation. Hold in your thoughts for a moment. And then let's inhale and send our arms up to the sky, hands up like an arrow. Reach up, look up, lifting your heart, maybe just a tiny back bend. And then let's sweep our arms down by our sides. Let's inhale, reach up to the sky, look up to the sky. And exhale, reach back down. We'll do this a few more times. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach down. Inhale, reach back up. This time as we exhale, we'll bend our elbows and draw the elbows back. Puff your heart toward the sky. Look up. And stay in the breath. Feeling a stretch across your heart center. And then we'll inhale, reach up. Exhale back to that shape. Inhale, reach up. And last time, exhale back to that shape. Good. Bring hands to heart center. Extend your arms so your fingers are reaching straight forward. And we're going to inhale, open our arms, heart opener. And exhale, close your arms. Our thumbs are facing up. Inhale, open your arms. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. And exhale, close, bringing your hands to your lap. We'll take a seated cow and cat. Inhale, leaning forward, lifting your chin, hugging the shoulders back. Exhale, round your back, drop your chin. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And one more time, inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Good. We're going to switch the crossing of our feet if your legs are crossed like mine. And let's turn our heads in a big counterclockwise circle. I'm just feeling that range of movement in our necks. You can keep going 3 times counterclockwise. And then let's take 3 clockwise circles, just looking in every direction, moving nice and gently. Beautiful. Okay, let's walk our hands to the left so we can twist left. So we'll sit very tall and start to turn your left shoulder to the space behind you. Look back past your shoulder. Theodora, no ma'am. Okay, let's walk our hands to the right, twisting to the right. Looking back over your right shoulder. And then we'll turn our hearts forward and lean back on our hands so our feet can come to the floor. Let's rock our knees side to side with some windshield wipers. I'm just checking in with our hips here. Okay, next we're going to come to our tabletop shape, which is hands and knees. We want a nice square shape with our wrists right under our shoulders and our knees right under our hips. There we go, tabletop shape, tone through your core. And let's inhale to cow, shine your heart forward. Exhale, round to cat. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. And I want you to keep going. I know my cat, my real cat, is trying to get in the way of the camera. So I'm just going to encourage her to move while you continue with cow and cat. Let's take a few more rounds. This is a really wonderful way to warm up our bodies. And let's take one more round together. Good job. Okay, come back to your tabletop spine. We're going to find spinal balance. So I'm extending my left leg. Extend your left leg straight back. Point your big toe down. And then reach your right arm forward, bicep by ear. Just finding that good balance here. We'll hold here, using core strength to help us be stable. Good, and now we're going to take 10 tiny pulses where we lift and lower our arm and leg. It's very small for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, gently come back to your tabletop. Okay, other side. We're going to take our right leg back, finding about hip height, bringing the heel about to hip height, point the big toe down. And as you feel stable, extend your left arm forward, finding that good balance that comes through some core engagement. Hold. And then we'll take 10 tiny pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to hands and knees. Okay. On your inhale, extend your left leg back, toes can be tucked. And exhale, round your back, bring knee to nose. Inhale, extend the left leg straight back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to nose. Twice more. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to nose. Good. Bring your knee down. Other side. Okay, right side. Inhale the right leg back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, hug in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, hug in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, hug in. One more. Inhale, extend. Exhale, hug in. Good. I like to inhale, extend to release. And then bring my knee down. Okay, we're headed to forearm plank. If there's anything on your mat in your way, go ahead and set that aside. We'll bring our elbows down right under our shoulders. I like to interlace my fingers. So we're stacking shoulders over elbows, and then we'll step our feet back. I'm trying really hard not to bump hair yet. There we go, forearm plank. Make a long line from shoulders to heels. Hold and breathe. Wonderful. Gently lower all the way down to your mat. Untucking your toes. We're propped up on forearms. We have a little back bend here. It's Sphinx pose. So we'll roll our shoulder blades back, shine your heart forward, and lift up through your core. Lift your belly button away from the floor. Stay in your good, soothing breath. Few more moments here. Spread your fingers really wide into the mat. And let's try straightening our elbows, lifting our hearts a little higher just for a few breaths. A big stretch here. Press down through your feet. Okay, let's lower down. That was so nicely done. Let's bring our hands to the mat by our low ribs. Tuck your toes. And we'll press our way nice and gently to downward facing dog. Taking our time, making sure we are taking good care of our bodies. Finding your downward facing dog. So feet are about hip bone distance apart. Knees are softly bent and your spine is stretching really long. Toning through the core, we want to look for a good stretch for our backs. You may enjoy walking out the pose, wiggling a little bit, just helping your body feel more warmed up. Okay, look at a spot in the middle of your mat. We're going to bring our hands and feet to meet right in the middle of the mat. Keep a generous bend through your knees, but widen your feet a little bit. So feet are coming pretty close to the outer edges of your mat. And let's take our opposite biceps in our hands and sway. Ragdoll sway. Just putting some good traction on our spines, letting them stretch and lengthen. Okay, we'll drop our hands down and then we'll slowly start to roll our way upright on an inhale. Nice and slow, finding our way to standing. If you have a blanket on your mat, get it out of your way. It'll be a tripping hazard during our standing poses. Okay, now that we are standing, I want to make sure we really feel our feet under us. So feet are about hip bone distance apart, big toes face forward, knees are nice and soft. Let's inhale, reach for the sky, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, reach up for the sky. Exhale, hands through hearts. Go again. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up for the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, stretch up for the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's do one more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Reach for the sky. Exhale, lower your hands. Okay, we're ready for some standing poses. If you need a drink of water, if you need to shake it off, wiggle it out, go ahead and do that. Just a little moment of TLC or self-care. And when you're ready to continue, we'll stand at the top of our mat. Let's bring our right foot to the right edge of the mat. Step your left foot back. We're looking for warrior one. So my left toes are brushing the outer edge of the mat. Heel is down. Square your hips to face forward. Bend the front knee. And sweep your arms up to the sky. Warrior one. Reaching for the sky, relax your shoulders, look up. Breathe through your body. We're holding a beach ball in space above our heads, keeping our hands at shoulder width distance apart. A couple more deep breaths here. And then hands come to heart center. Take a big step forward. Bring your left foot to the left edge of your mat and step your right foot back. So the right toes brush the right edge of the mat, right heel finds the mat. Square your hips forward, bend the left knee over your ankle. And as you're ready, reach up for the sky, holding a beach ball in space. Relax your shoulders and look up and breathe deeply for a few rounds of breath. Hands come to heart center. Take a big step forward. Right foot to the right edge of the mat. Step your left foot back to your warrior one. Square your hips forward. Reach up for the sky, finding the beach ball. You're doing so great. Stay with it. Bring hands to heart center, lean forward, and then pivot on your back foot. Lift the back heel up. Launch yourself off that back foot, finding warrior three. Lift your back leg, warrior three. Point the big toe straight down. Work the balance. Hold and breathe. Start to rise to standing. Your knee follows. Bring your left knee up to waist height. Place your foot for tree. So your left foot can find anywhere on your leg except your knee. Dial the bent knee outward through some glute engagement. Stand tall, work on the balance. Hold and breathe another few moments. Unplug your foot from your leg. Step your lifted foot down. Find the outer edge, that left edge of your mat. Step the right foot back. Warrior one, square up your hips, reach for the sky, lift your heart for the sky. Bring your hands to your heart, lean forward, and lift up your back heel. Lift and pivot on the back heel. Now powerfully launch off your back foot, gently finding your way to warrior three. Working that good balance. Breathe and hold. We'll rise up gently, bringing the right knee to about waist high. And then we'll place our foot for tree, making sure to avoid pressing on your knee. Dial your bent knee outward. Stand tall. Look at an unmoving point to help your balance. Wonderful. Gently step down, bringing your right foot to the right side of your mat. Shift your weight. Step the left foot back to your warrior one. Square your hips to face the narrow edge of your mat. Bend your knee. Toning through the core, sweep your hands to the sky. Bring hands to heart center, start to lean forward. Lift your back heel, so we're pivoting on that back foot. Now press off your back foot for warrior three. Working that good balance. Gently rise to standing, floating your left knee in front of your waist. Place your foot for tree. Tree pose, work that balance, stand tall. Unplug your foot from your leg. Let's take a giant step to warrior two. So with warrior two, my right foot hasn't moved, but my left foot has stepped back. My left toes are facing the long edge of the mat. Tone through your core, stack your shoulders over your waist, extend your arms. Warrior two, the pose you may know very well. Look past your right fingers, and we'll take a few rounds of breath here in this pose. Breathe through your body. You're almost done with this pose. Good, let's windmill our hands down to the mat. We're going to step back to downward facing dog. Long spine, feel a good stretch through your back. Take a few deep breaths, releasing tension. Now we're going to gently drop our elbows down to the mat for dolphin. You may be able to take a smooth transition. You may need to drop one elbow at a time as I did, but we're transitioning to dolphin. So it's just like down dog, but our forearms are on the mat. It's a pretty powerful challenge for our shoulders. We'll hold and breathe for a few moments here. Okay, walk your feet back, finding another forearm plank. Here we go, forearm plank. If you're fatiguing, bring knees down. We don't want to overdo things. And let's lower all the way down for our Sphinx pose. Sphinx pose, shining your heart forward, toning through the core. Taking some deep breaths here. We've done a lot of warrior ones, which asks a whole lot of our backs. Press your palms into the mat. Try lifting your elbows, straightening your elbows for seal pose, really deep back bend. And then we'll bring our hearts down. I've scooted myself off the mat a little, so make sure you're still in the middle of your mat. Bring your palms back by your low ribs, tuck your toes. We're pressing back to our downward facing dogs. Good. Take a couple cleansing breaths here. Look at a spot in the middle of your mat and bring your hands and feet to meet right in the middle. Use softly bent knees, widen your feet to the outer edges of the mat, and holding opposite biceps, let's sway side to side a few times. Drop your hands down, and then we'll inhale, roll up to stand. Nice and slow. Again, you may want a water break. You may want to shake it off a little and see what you need in this moment to help you keep going. It'd be really nice to just rock our bodies side to side a few times. Nice little reset. Okay, let's do the other side. So we'll make sure we're standing at the top of our mats. We want to bring our left foot to the left edge of the mat. And step the right foot back, angling your toes outward. Square your hips to face forward, bend your knee. Tone your core, reach for the sky, warrior one. Hold the beach ball in space with relaxed shoulders. And then bring hands to heart center, lean forward, pivot on your back heel comes up. Push off your back foot, finding your way to warrior three. No big deal if you step out, just come back in as often as you need. It's a very tough pose. Okay, let's rise up, bringing our knee to about waist height. And then place your foot for your tree pose. Avoiding your knees, stand tall. Doing great. Another deep breath or two. Then we'll unplug our right foot. Take that big step to warrior two. So my left foot hasn't moved, but my right toes face off the long edge of the mat. Stack your shoulders over your waist and extend your arms, looking past your left fingers. Hold and deeply breathe here. Soothe your body with breath. Embodying the warrior, the peaceful nature of this pose. Okay, we'll windmill our hands down for downward facing dog. So we'll step back for downward facing dog. Take a couple cleansing breaths, stretching through our back. Again, we will transition to dolphin. You may be able to bend both elbows at the same time, or you may need to bring one down at a time so that your forearms are to the mat. We'll breathe a few rounds in dolphin. Feeling this big challenge for our shoulders. And we'll shift our shoulders forward to forearm plank, or we'll walk our feet back. Again, knees can come down for fatigued bodies. Lower down, finding Sphinx, we'll untuck our toes. Draw the shoulders back, shining the bright light of your heart forward. Spread your palms wide, your fingers wide, press into the mat, and try straightening your elbows for seal, a big deep back bend. Lower down, bending your elbows like goalposts. We'll bring the right cheek to the floor and bend the left knee to about 90 degrees and slide it up by your left hip. The inner edge of your foot is just resting on the floor. It's a good neutralizing pose for the low back. And let's switch sides. So we'll bring the left leg back again. Bring the left side of your cheek to the mat and slide your right knee up by your right hip. Bringing your inner edge of your foot to the floor. And just resting and neutralizing here. Okay, let's press away from the floor and come to a seated posture on our mats. So as I come to seated, I'm extending my left leg and tucking my right foot into that leg. My right knee has fallen outward. We'll turn our hearts to face the straight leg and bow forward for a hamstring and back stretch. And let's rise up so we can switch sides. So now I've extended my right leg, gently flexing that foot. My left foot is tucked in, knee falling outward. And we'll turn toward our straight right leg and bow over it. Lengthening our spines as much as we can to get a good stretch. And rise up, bringing your feet together, knees out. We'll take our little butterfly stretch here, folding forward. Bringing ourselves to a resting position. So we're resting into this pose. We're not pulling or pushing or forcing it. We're just relaxing. Beyond a little bit of work to extend our spines forward, so we're not too deeply rounding. And let's rise up, lean onto our hands, set your feet wide for some windshield wipers, just relieving the feeling of those deep stretches. Okay, and when you feel ready, we're going to lie back on our mats with our knees bent. We'll take a few deep breaths, letting our backs become more accustomed to the pressure of the floor. Breathing deeply. Let's bring our arms wide to a goalpost or a T, something comfortable for you. And let's bring our knees to the left for a twist. Maybe your head wants to turn to the right. That can feel really nice here. Let's reverse our twist. If you're feeling a little sleepy like I am, just go with it. Let your eyes close. You can really rest into these poses, and that can be extremely beneficial, especially since we are soon to be in Shavasana. So if your eyes want to close, close them. Let your body relax here. Keep breathing deeply and resting into the twist. Okay, let's come back to our backs. Bring your knees in towards you, catch them, and let's move them in some small circles. We're massaging our low backs with this action. I like to reverse my circles every few passes. There's really no exact way to do this. Just listen to what feels good in your body and try to move fairly evenly in both directions. And then we'll give ourselves one little squeeze, a little hug of affection. And as you do that, think back to your self-affirmation that we held in our thoughts at the beginning of class. Let's honor that again. And then let's relax. Let's relax into our Shavasana rest. Let's start to wiggle our fingers and our toes and roll our wrists and ankles. Take a full body stretch. And any other little wiggles you need to help you get ready to exit Shavasana. Take your time. Eventually join me in a seat. Pressing palms together in front of your heart. Close your eyes. Let's take 3 deep breaths. Noticing how our bodies feel and our hearts and minds post yoga. May your day be full of love and light today. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. I really enjoyed this practice and I hope you did as well.